Have you ever met the connector? Well, he ponders, he helps, he creates, he writes, he speaks. He basically connects people and brings them together. I speak about Paul Solano of PS and All Marketing Group. At psandallmarketinggroup.com, you will receive an assembled group of Paul's contacts and connections that cross into many sectors of life. Please contact Paul Solano at 617-240-4130 or psandallmarketinggroup@gmail.com if you are in the market for a wide array of services. Again, please contact The Connector, Paul Solano at 617-240-4130 or psandallmarketinggroup@gmail.com with any questions. And now, here's Paul Solano, the host of Paul Ponders.
Welcome to Hashtag Paul Ponders. I've really enjoyed bringing you fun, informed, intriguing, and pondering podcasts. Many thanks to Hashtag Pod Pro Entertainment. Today's collaborating sponsor, Scott Albertson of Hashtag Project142.org, Riverworks Credit Union, NMLS number 410564, and Remax Renaissance Realty of Reading. Thanks for listening, rating, reviewing, and subscribing. Let Hashtag Paul Ponders begin. Greetings and welcome to another podcast of Paul Ponders. It's really great to be back with another return guest, a very dear friend who has been on other podcasts of Paul Ponders. And if you refer back to episode number 5, this gentleman was on with his dad. And then episode number 19 on with one of our sponsors of this podcast, Scott Albertson. But I want to welcome back Mr. PJ Paul Seiswerda. PJ, welcome.
Paul, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you on, my friend. And really, you just are so creative. You're so into the Gotham Whale movement. And again, our listeners should, in fact, look at episode number 5, where your dad, Paul L. Seiswerda Sr., was on with you. And we got to hear about Gotham Whale. We got to hear about your dad's books that he wrote, Big Whale, Big City, and Stranded. But there's another book out there that we just want to maybe touch upon. And it's when I think of the Navy SEALs out there with special missions about sea, air, and land, I think about those special missions. When you were a young boy, you were on a special mission to care for in another environment, not sea, air, or land, but in a bathtub. So if you want to let our listeners know about the SEAL in the bathtub, take it away, my friend.
Holy things I must experience, Paul. I mean, it's something to ponder. It's been like 50 years since that seal in the bathtub was in my home here in Malden, and it's something that was very special to me and my dad to reflect on some of the experiences that we've gone throughout our years. And we had been talking about Big Whale, Big City, and what a great little book that was. And the illustrator Joy Reidenberg, my father and myself decided to mimic that and put the seal in the bathtub together. And that's how that transpired, as we worked together on that in the last year of his life. And so it's something special to me to just get it over the finish line for him.
Now, the SEAL's name is?
The SEAL's name is Cecil the Seal. And, little spoiler alert for the people that are going to read the book. It's I wrote a little poem about it. Cecil the Seal, who lived in the sea, who came to live with the Seiswerdas just like me.
Ah, very good. That's pretty creative. You really are. You are very creative. We'll have to touch upon your creativity, et cetera, et cetera. So tell us about Cecil the Seal. What was it like having a seal in your bathtub at all?
Well, the seal in the bathtub was where it stayed at night, but it went out through the house throughout the day. And, that's what the book is about. It tells a little bit about his interacting with the family, going outside and being in a little kiddie pool type of thing, and drivers would drive by and double take with what happened to the dog's legs. They didn't realize that it was a seal, but it was just flopping around the backyard with double takes, people driving by.
Well, doing a seal paddle, I guess, as opposed to a dog paddle, I suppose, right?
Correct, correct. Yep.
Indeed. So for our listeners who are new to Paul Ponders and you have not listened to episode number 5 or episode number 19, what was your dad's vocation at the time?
So he worked at the aquarium in New England Aquarium. He was a curator, and he started out as a volunteer there. And this is dialing back to through the years in the 1970s, when all these the Clean Water Act, the Marine Mammal Protection Act were just getting started. So these policies were instituted that um, protected these animals for their population. And so he working at the aquarium and other organizations that were formed after that, after 1972, um, have developed into organizations that protect these animals all the time now.
Fabulous. So, just to fast forward through the decades and all, what have you seen for changes in any regulatory acts like the Clean Water Act?
So the Clean Water Act, Dad describes it quite literally. He saw a change right before his eyes down in New York. I mean, as you know, New York was a waterway that was polluted. You'd get a lot of different debris from litter, and now that has cleaned up. And so people are not, or businesses are not dumping into the riverways. And so that's allowing the nutrients and the fish and food source to come back. And that's what we believe has come into the New York Bight, where it's flourishing with nutrients and fish. And now we're getting whales in abundance in that area.
That really is something. Now, as far as any marine mammal acts, what have you seen change through the years?
There's like you said, there's been a movement on awareness of caring for these animals. So there's a lot of things going out through the world where um, people want to protect these animals in their rights. Obviously, PETA and different organizations that want to care for animals as a whole. But with Gotham Whale, we have some affiliations with, I think I've mentioned in the past the filmmaker Ran Levy that is doing a documentary film on orcas in captivity. So there's a whole movement there on people don't like to see these big animals in little pools.
Interesting, very interesting. So just to tie up the book, the children's book that will be published sometime by the end of, we'll say, 2025,
Yeah,
and
so
probably
I just got hot off the press. I mean, I've been working with uh our, we call it our SEAL team, and we just got message that we're working from a timeline backwards to have it arrive in a warehouse hopefully by December 1st, and we're looking to get this ready for the Christmas season. So I just got that email hours ago. So we're hoping to just do the reviews by November 7th, and then also have it completed in a warehouse ready to go sometime around December 1st.
that's fabulous. So this episode, which is dropping on November 17th, I think is going to be very timely in that everyone can, in fact, just go to, I assume it will be on Amazon.
Yes, I believe it will be on Amazon. Please stay tuned. I'm not 100% sure, but we will, you post it on Facebook and throughout GothamWhale.org, or we will do that as well personally from my Facebook page.
Well, that is tremendous. And when I look at Big Whale, Big City, when I look at Stranded and the soon to be released Seal in the Bathtub, I just see just a tremendous line of creativity, if you will. And I've known you for quite a long time, and it's something that you've always been very creative with what you've been able to do. You are a Renaissance man, and really, you have in fact been able to do so many great things. You've traveled the world, and you have just been able to really make it happen in life. Now, in the world of characters, fictional or real, do you have any favorite character you try to emulate or look at?
Well, I mean, so there's some characters, obviously, uh, Oswald Copperpot, and I don't know if you know him. He's the Penguin in the Batman, and so
Mhm.
that's he's he down in the dirty water, so it goes hand in hand with the Clean Water Act. So try to clean that up. But Batman has always been a character I've liked. I'm not sure if I can pinpoint my favorite. There's Michael Keaton is right up there, George Clooney, Christian Bale, but I do have to say Ben Affleck. I got my eyes on him because I know he likes ocean life and whales because his career started off with the Voyage of the Mimi. A lot of people,
Oh,
yeah, a lot of people don't know that it was a scientific based PBS special that he started with, and so there's a lot of synergy there.
oh, absolutely. Well, we'll have to make arrangements to have maybe Ben check out Gotham Whale.
Well, that's another reason why I do like Ben because his Dunk Kings, when he was trying to bring the Boston to New York type of thing,
Yep.
with that commercial, that's been my plight too, is to bridge that gap between Boston and New York and make the rivalry a camaraderie.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, what else do you see happening with Gotham Whale, with any future strategic alliances with, say, bats? I'm just toss out bats.
So bats, again, funny you mentioned that. I just today talked to a gentleman who founded Gotham Bat Conservancy. And so Ryan Mahoney, and we're talking about collaborating with joint partnerships for awareness of our organizations. And so I just talked to him today about like coffee shop type of talks. And so this is something that just spawned today.
I love it. I love it. And what else would be on the horizon? Anything else regarding anything? We mentioned Scott Albertson earlier. I know Scott actually does a lot of work with his Project 142, and he's actually gone down to Brooklyn to Staten Island, where Gotham Will is headquartered. So just let us know what Scott is out there doing with his Project 142.
So Scott is intertwines his YouTube series with organizations like ours, and he is one of the hardest working men that I know, and I can't thank him enough. Met him at the Beneath the Sea Expo, which is a scuba diving expo. So Scott is also a fellow scuba diver. He has a lot of underwater photography. So we work together well with working the beneath the sea. And this year I'm going to be talking about the seal in the bathtub and scuba diving experiences, and hoping Scott's going to be involved in that. But last year he brought the singing element into it as well. So I love him bringing the music. We've done plenty of collaborations at Pearl Street, as you know, and John Barbowian. So intertwining arts and music is where I want to bring Gotham Whale into a awareness of bringing people together and learning about different wildlife aspects, whether it's bats or whales. or bees.
Oh, bees. That's true. Why not? Why not? And also, too, a friend of the Paul Ponders podcast and also a guest on the Paul Ponders radio show on WATD 95.9 is Miss Shelley Wolf. Miss Shelley Wolf is out there as we record this podcast right now in Japan and Hong Kong. And I believe that she's spreading the word about Gotham Whale.
Yeah, so Shelly has been representing Gotham Whale with her merchandise out there, and what we do is we call it a Gotham Whale sighting. So when people are in obscure places, if they wearing their Gotham Whale merch, they take a picture of it, and then we can say there was a sighting in this place. You know, in Japan is pretty cool place to have a Gotham Whale logo, and Shelly is being an ambassador to Gotham Whale, and we thank her so much.
Oh, absolutely. And for do a quick plug for Shelley Wolf, Toolbox Entertainment. She's also available on segments on Paul Ponder's radio show on WATD 95.9 on Saturdays from 12:08 to 1 o'clock. So log in. You could also find that on the Odyssey app as well. That's AUDACY. So, PJ, as we start to wind down, how can our listeners contact you and again reach out for the purchase of Seal in the Bathtub?
So the Sale in the Bathtub, like you said, will be on Amazon. And to reach me, if you need to reach me, you can reach me at Paul_J@gothamwhale.org. And so love to hear comments or any type of interaction. I always say that Gotham Whale is looking for, first of all, friendship, then membership, donorship, sponsorship, any ship that won't sink.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. That is great. And also, too, I would be remiss if I did not mention a dear friend of ours who has been very instrumental in keeping Gotham Whale moving forward since the passing of your dad. But Mr. Bob Hildberg, a dear friend, and he really has done a lot for Gotham Whale.
Bob Hilberg and his wife Millie have been a rock for me and my family, and I can't thank him enough. He's done a lot of work for Gotham Whale, spreading the love, and can't thank him enough.
Absolutely, same here, and also that special project that he worked on with Deutsche Bank and the DNA, the eDNA research, which was just a tremendous project. And also, too, a quick shout out to the Orca Man,
Yep.
Vancouver,
I mean, again,
right?
Vancouver, the Orca Man. I mean, it all comes full circle right from the muffin shop over in Medford, Massachusetts. Love the Orca Man and want to have him do more media stuff with us. And I think we can get Shelley involved in that as well to just start spreading our our love around with whales.
Absolutely. Well, PJ, as we wind down, I want to thank you for being on. And as I open the podcast with about those Navy SEALs for the sea, air, and land, just on a special mission. And I thank you for being on a special mission to really spread the word and to do just a great job. Seal in the Bathtub. Check your local listing. Check Amazon.com. PJ Seiswerda, I thank you for being on Paul Ponders.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Techie.
Hashtag indeed. I trust that you have enjoyed hashtag Paul Ponders. Again, my name is Paul Solano of PS&All Marketing Group, and I may be reached via email at paul@paulponders.com to do some more pondering. Many thanks to my longtime collaborative friend and associate, Chalonzo Amos of Pod Pro Entertainment, in bringing you our fun, exciting, informative podcasts. You rock, Techie Chalonzo. With PS&All Marketing Group, I created a side gig to connect you and get things done. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me at paul@paulponders.com with any questions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Paul Ponders. Follow us on Twitter at Paul Ponders Pod. Follow us on Instagram at Paul Ponders Podcast. Thank you again for listening to hashtag Paul Ponders, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, paulponders.com, or wherever you stream your podcasts. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your ratings and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by PodPro Entertainment. Hashtag Paul Ponders lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. Hashtag the new radio. Until we meet again, my friend, stay well. Hashtag indeed.